Hello guys and welcome to Europa Universalis 4. This game was released last week, finally, was very much anticipated, and I'm doing a little review on it, and if you guys like it, as you know, when I do videos of a new game, if I see there's a good answer and a good response, I'm always happy and open to do more videos about it. So if you want to see a little bit more of this game, you only have to like the video and say so in the comment section below. If I see enough of an answer and enough of a following, I'll do more videos of this. Europa Universalis is a series of games released by Paradox. In fact, they are Paradox's main boat, so to speak, and they are the main title, which is centered around the colonization era. The game starts in very late Middle Ages. Almost at the end of the medieval era, and the 100-year war, and ends up in at the end of the Napoleon Wars. The time that coincide is the time of the end of the historical Napoleonic Wars. Doesn't mean they will happen in this game. That's one of the things. It's very open-ended. You start in a very historical setup, and things start going on from then um, as they go. You don't always end up with very historical looking maps at the end of the game. There's a lot of freedom, there's a lot of different options. You only have to pick a country and do the best you can with it. And that's what we are going to do. I'm not going to enter into very heavy understanding of how the mechanics work, because this is a very complicated game. Not that it's complicated, it has a lot of rules. Once you get a hold of them, it's very simple. But the thing is, I'm not going to explain all the game in one stroke because that's impossible. What I'm going to do is to play a little bit and to show you guys how the game goes. As you can see in the screen, in the middle of the screen, there's Spain. Actually, there's Castile. You can see here, this is Castile. But I'm not playing as Castile for this little introduction. I'm playing with Portugal. Portugal is actually a very interesting option here because it starts with explorers. Explorers are very important because at the beginning of the game you only know the world, the European guys. If you are a European power, you can select any nation from all over the world, from the Aztecs to the Chinese to an European power. You only get to see what those people knew of the world at the time, and that's very restricted, of course. The era of the exploration started around this time, and the nice thing about the Portuguese is that they actually get some explorers. And these explorers, what they do is that allow you to look into the terra incognita, that zone which is unknown to you, but with explorers you can find out what's behind. So one of the things we are going to do is to prioritize um, exploration, and we are going to do it more or less along the lines of the Portuguese historical expansion, which was around Africa. Makes a lot of sense because there's trade in this game, and well, you're going to see it in a second. The thing is that the Portuguese don't, and I'm not going to bother a lot in this game with continental problems. I mean, these guys can fight it out all they want for Europe. What I want is the rest of the world. Of course, that also means that I have to keep my back safe because Castile and then Spain is going to be a problem. But everything in due time. I mean, there's no big need to rush. So the first thing we are going to do is to look at missions. This game has dynamic missions. You can pick one of them, and if you comply with them, you'll get some nice results. For instance, the first thing we can do is to form alliance with Castile, and that will give us 10 prestige. Prestige is a measure of how well regarded your nation is internationally, and gives you bonuses if it's positive and negatives if it's negative, of course. And that's interesting. Also, it gives you diplomatic power. Diplomatic power. There are three currencies in the game: administrative power, diplomatic power, and military power. And that's used to unlock new technologies. Later on, when you unlock ideas, they are used to unlock different ideas from different departments. You can pretty much set up your nation to be very powerful in some areas by picking the right ideas. Of course, you can't pick them all, so you have to be very selective of which ideas do you pick. And that currency is also used to pay for higher stability. Positive stability gives you bonuses, negative stability gives you negatives. And if you are in a war, to reduce war exhaustion, which is a very nasty thing that if it goes over the top, you're going to end up losing your empire in no time. Also, it's used to fight off overextension. Overextension happens when you conquer provinces that aren't your own. You have to, after you conquer them, you have to core them. You have to actually spend political and diplomatic power to set up an administration there. And if you spend too quickly, this will go over the roof and your empire again will start rebelling and falling on itself. Here you can also deal with rebels. Rebels have a chance of spawning monthly, and you can handle them using different ways to fight them. And one of them is using, for instance, military power, which is part of the currency. This currency you get by your monarch, by your ruler. The ruler has an administrative skill, diplomatic skill, and military skill, and those numbers add each month to your pool. So, for instance, with King Alfonso V the Abyss, we have 6 administrative power, which is the administrative value of the king plus a pace of 3, 5 diplomatic power, 3 plus 2, and we are getting only 2 military power, but that's because we have too many leaders. As you can see, we have 4 leaders, we only should have 1 top. And if you have more than one more leaders than what you can have, you get a reduction on military power. But actually this is not a big deal because the explorers we have are really wanted. I really want them. So we are getting this per month. But we can also hire advisors. Advisors are people that you hire, they have a monthly cost, and they add this little number, their skill, it's added to that bonus. The problem here is that level 1 is moderately cheap, but if you go on level 2 they are pretty expensive, and if you go to level 3 they are insanely expensive. So we want to go to a very limited +1. So yearly inflation reduction, this is cool, could be better, but well, we'll get that one. And now you'll see this was a 6, now it's a 7, because we have base value 3, Alfonso 5 plus 3, and Gabriel Machado, which is our advisor, +1. So we'll do the same for this guy. Actually no, because there's a +2, +3, but those guys are, look at this, 9 ducats per month. At the beginning of the game you can't afford that, it's as simple as that. So we'll go for the military one, which is going to be, I'm going to discipline +5, this one. Discipline is a thing that helps you in battles. And see, before we have 2, now we have 3. We'll wait a little bit for some other advisors to pop up, and we'll select another one later. So, first things first, let's choose form alliance with Castile, because it's pretty easy to do. We only have to send diplomacy, we only have to send a diplomat there, which you can see here. We have 2 merchants we are going to handle in a second. We have no colonists at all. This you get later with technologies and ideas. you have only 2 diplomats at the start of the game, and you have 1 missionary which serves to convert provinces if they are heretical or from another religion. So we sent an offer to ally them, and yeah, we have a truce with Granada. I don't care. I'm not planning to go to war with them, and we can build an improvement to one of our colonies, which is Madeira, is this little island here. But actually, I'm not going to spend the money to increase a fortress there. Makes no real sense. So let's little bit more of speed. And oh, I almost forgot. Let's take a look to trade. Okay, trade works in nodes and routes. A node is a place where you can put merchants, and the merchant there you can use it for collecting benefits or to reroute the trade towards another node. The thing is that if you try to collect money from node out of the reach of your capital, for instance, this node is in Andalusia, is the Seville trade node, and we have, you can see the color codes, it covers this zone, and we have Lisboa, which is our capital. We have it in the same area, so we can collect from here, and is what this guy is doing. He's collecting trade and is making 2.8 ducats per month, which is pretty cool. Excuse me. The thing here is that if you pick a trade node out of the area where your capital is, for instance, if you send one to Venice and try to collect there, it's going to have a huge penalty because that trade node is not near your capital. What you can do abroad, away from home, is to reroute the trade. For instance, let's say Alexandria. Alexandria has an inherent trade value of 3.8, but is receiving with from this route, you can see, is receiving 0.69 ducats per month. And from here, trade goes on to other nodes for a value of 1.53. So what we could do was to reroute those the trade of this node to the route that interests us. For instance, let's say that we are in Genoa. Genoa, as you can see, has a route that goes to Seville, and we could send a merchant there and try to focus to send part of this outgoing wealth to Seville, so we can collect it there. The thing is that rerouting trade nodes has a boost. The more merchants are rerouting the trade towards a different place and in the same direction, the more outgoing ducats are, and in the end you can end up with huge amounts of cash back home if you use enough merchants. What we are going to do here is we have 6 here that there's outgoing minus 0.23, which is not a huge lot, and there are a lot of merchants there. There's a lot of competition. It's much better to send traders to places where there are not a lot of nations. So for instance, let's go here, and for instance, here you have Nicolau del Tavars is transferring trade power, and you can see it here that he's sending 0.55 ducats towards Seville per month, and that's pretty good, to be honest. So let's recap. We have 2 merchants here. One is in Seville, it is here, you can see it. Portugal, we have an office here collecting trade, and an American here collecting trade, which is making 2.80 ducats per month, and we have a trade power of 48. The more trade power, the more of a piece of the cake you get, and the more money you have. And here we have a guy rerouting trade towards Seville, so this guy can get more money. So that's cool. I'm not going to actually move any of them. They are doing their stuff. But what I'm going to do is to create some light flotillas to patrol the trade routes. When you send light ships You have heavy ships, light ships, galleys, and transports. When you send light ships to protect a trade node, you get an increased trade power in that center. So what we are going to do is to get this 9 fleet, 9 strong fleet of light ships, and we are going to divide it in several different fleets. 3 of them are going to explore using our explorers that we have for a reason. Look at them, they are there. And we are going to make 2 bigger fleets, and they are going to be patrolling the trade routes to give us a bigger power. So let's get this started. Let's start by doing a 1 strong fleet, well, a 3 strong fleet. Let's call it the Civil Patrol, and this one, actually no, this is the, oh, I messed up, sorry. Let's get all of them together. It's going to be easier that way. They are there, okay. Yeah, I messed up. Let's create, now yes, 1, 2, 3, close. And this one is going to be, no, Escuadra Lisboa, no, it's going to be Civil Patrol. And this one we are going to send to patrol to Seville. And it's going to patrol here, it's going to give us bigger power, and we are going to make more money because of it. Second fleet. We are going to create another one, which is going to actually be 3 strong, so we can slash that by half, and this one is going to be the Mauritanian Patrol. And we are going to send it to the Mauritanian coast trade node to patrol there. And with the other 3, what we are going to do is to divide and no, oh no, I messed up. Out. Merge, send, this is, I don't know. This is Mauritanian Patrol. Okay, this one is the Civil Patrol. Civil Patrol. I messed up totally there. And let's send it to Seville. Yeah, there is. And the last one is this one. We are going to divide it by 2 and then divide it again. So we create 3 1 strong. This one is going to be the American Squadron. Yeah, I'm playing with hindsight here. I know we have America here, but hey, they don't. And let's put an explorer there. So this guy is going to come here, states here, and discover what's here. Next one is going to be the African Squadron. We are going to put another explorer in here, and we are going to send it to states here, and then take a look at what's here. And the last one we are going to call it the Oceanic Squadron. And we are going to put our last explorer here, and this one is going to states here, and then take a look at what's here. Cool. Next thing in line, advisors. You have this income per month in administrative power, diplomatic power, and military power, and those are your currency to purchase new technologies, increase stability, suppress revolts, add core provinces to your own, that kind of stuff, and this is very important. The base is 3 per each one, plus your king's attributes in each one of them. You can see there base value 3 plus 3 because of the king. Base value 3 plus 2 because of the king. And this is 2 because we have too many leaders. If you have too many leaders or too many diplomatic relations, you're going to suffer a hit and a lesser income from this. But there's another way to increase these numbers, and it's with advisors. The level of the advisor increases your monthly income by that number. So this guy is a skill 2. You'll get a +2 in administrative power, but the problem is that he's hugely expensive. You can't really stand anything over a level 1 at the beginning of the game. So we are going to go with this guy, which is administrative technology cost -10%, which is very nice. You can see now we have 7 because that guy is adding his ability here. Here a +2 and a +3. Look at that. They earn a lot of cash monthly and I can't support them, so no deal. And this one is a +1, so this one. We'll wait for another one which is a lower level and we can actually pay. Because if you see it here, we are actually running a minus. I'm going to reduce army maintenance to the minimum because we are not in a war and we are not going to be anytime soon. If you have a very low army maintenance, your army will have a sucky morale and will get beaten by anyone. But if you are not in a war, a good way to save money is to save on maintenance. The fleet we can keep up to the top because the higher fleet maintenance, the more power your fleets will have. And we are exploring and we are trying to win some more from trade, so yeah. Then we have missions. What missions do we have available? Improve our prestige. Have prestige of 50, we have +4. And gain 1 stability. This one is very good, but this one is much easier to get. Form alliance with Castile. You get 10 prestige and 25 diplomatic power. Yeah, that's good. And conquer Tangiers gives you own Tangiers and have a core in Tangiers and gives you a lot of administrative power and 5 prestige. But the problem is that Tangiers, which is here, is a Berber culture. And Berber cultures are very hard to cost. They cost a lot and you last forever. So that mission, no. I'm going to go with form alliance with Castile, and then I'm going to go to diplomacy here, alliance action, and yeah, they will accept an alliance. So yeah, we'll have that mission covered in no time. And I think we have it set up to start. So let's bring a little bit the speed a little bit up and let's go. And look at that, Castile accepted our offer to enter into a military alliance, so we have the 10 prestige and 25 diplomatic power. Cool. Now we have here this. The nation of England, our faithful ally, is requesting that you come to the aid in the conflicts against France, Orleans, Armagnac, Provence, Bourbonnais, Auvergne, and Foix. This is a war they have started. If we decline, we will get a -25 prestige. Well, now let's take a look at this. This is the end of the 100-year war. There's no way around it. France is going to kick English ash all around the place. And I don't want to be in the way. Because, well, I mean, I only have 13,000 troops. The French have a huge lot of them. The English are absolute inept at this stage, mostly because they have an absolute idiot king. You can see he has 0 in all 3 attributes. So yeah, they are going to get their ass kicked, and I'm too busy exploring, man. You can go fuck yourself. I'm not going to accept it. Yeah, it's a prestige hit, but I'll take it. I don't care. Of course, that means that they are now really pissed off at us. Look at that. They refused to join our war and dishonor alliance. But guy, you can go fuck yourself because I'm not going to join a war you started and you're going to lose. So yeah, we have now. This is going to be a little bit harder, but we have a new mission: Royal Marriage with Castile, which gives you 5 prestige and 25 diplomatic power, and yeah, I'm going to go for that. But the problem is that we already sent a diplomat to Spain, and we need 1 month before we can send another one. So let's make time pass a little bit. Our diplomat has returned to Castile. That's another touch. When you send a diplomat to somewhere, it has to actually come back from the mission and takes time. Of course, Castile is next door, so it doesn't take a huge lot of time, but still. So here are our fleets. By the way, let's take a look at the trade. Yeah, as you can see, we have higher power here. We are making a little bit. What? What? Oh, Castillo, you have too much power here. We will have to solve that later. But yeah, everything's cool, everything's fine. 1 month has passed, so let's go to Castillo and tell them, hey guys, the dynastic is in. Do you marry me? Will you marry me? And yeah, they will. Cool. Oh, I didn't check. Oh shit. I'm a noob. I didn't check the mission, but well, whatever. Portuguese-English relation, improve them. Well, they are pretty fucked up right now, so I'm going to go to improve our prestige. And that's going to take a little bit of a time, but thankfully you can improve your prestige by exploration, so that's not going to take a huge lot of time. Yeah, I'm thinking this is mostly it for now. Yeah. Oh, we are actually colonizing the Azores. Cool. So, yeah, this guy has discovered some islands, but we can't settle on them. They are still unknown. We have to patrol a little bit more here to discover them, and a lot more of the African coast. So let's go down and keep on exploring. Now we have discovered the middle of the ocean Canary approach. The problem is when you are in the middle of the ocean, you get a penalty for attrition, and attrition will kill your ship in time. So we want to take a look one sector further and come back because we don't want them dying. This one is just discover the Cape Verde approach. So nice, but also they have some attrition. So we are going to send them to control this and to come back home to make good any damage they sustained because of attrition. So yeah, fish. We have received reports from our colonial settlers in the Azores that the surrounding waters have very rich supply of fish. Fish may be one of the most basic foods available, but is nonetheless an important resource. Cool, so now we know what will the Azores produce. Each province produces something, and all that is going to the trade node later. So the richest a province is, the richest the trade is going to be around that place. So, well, fish is nothing outwardly, but not bad. This one is not suffering from attrition, look at that, because they are not in the open sea, they are near the coast, and as long as you keep your ships near the coast, the attrition they suffer is much lesser. So, okay, we have discovered the southern Guyana basin. Actually, I think we can go one further. So let's go one further and call it back home. As you can see, we are improving our prestige, because the more places we discover, the more prestige we are. This one will move one further and then go back. And this one will... There you go, more of the African coast we discovered. Nice. Let's go more further. This one still has no attrition. Let's check if we have... Yeah, we have global trade power plus 10%. This is very good. So let's get this guy. So this guy is... Oh, we discovered something. Which is this? Amazonas Gulf. So we discovered America. Fuck you, Colon. I beat you by 45 years. Okay. This one is going back home. Well, actually, we're gonna spend one more because we are near the coast. So let's come here and then go back home. Yeah, I'm saying I'm going back home all the time, but we can spend a little bit more. Why not? Okay, this one has discovered even more of Africa. Let's move it a little bit more. Still has You can see time at sea plus 2%. That's going to be a problem soon. So yeah, let's explore a little bit more and then go back. And this one is got an 8% attrition. You can see it's already taking a hit. So yeah, that one's coming back. And now we have discovered Maranhão and the coast of Brazil, and this guy is going back home again. So yeah, we have discovered a little bit of stuff here. Here we discovered Benin and the Gulf of Nigeria. Benin seems to be of a nation, so we'll have to deal with them later. The thing is, so far we have no colonists. We can't send any colonists because we have none. You get colonists through technology. Technologies lets you unlock national ideas, and national ideas, if you choose the proper one, exploration, for instance, you get more explorers and colonists, and with those you can colonize. Of course, this is if you want to colonize. Maybe you are a landlocked power in the middle of Europe and you have absolutely no interest whatsoever in colonizing. So you can skip those ideas and go for other ones. You can tailor your nation to be good at whatever you want it to be. And that's the huge thing about Europa Universalis 1. 4, sorry. You only, I mean, it's not only that there's every single nation of the world in there unplayable, because yes, I only can see this, but you can play as Japan, as China, as the Aztecs, as the Incans, as the Mohawks if you want, um, and try to make your way through the ages with them. And you don't have to play the same nation the same way all the time. You can play England as a colonial power of a continental power. Same with Castile. Same with Austria. Maybe you want to do South American conquest with the Incans, and you can do so. It only requires you to pick the proper ideas and to play the game well. But there's not just the fact that you can pick whatever nation you want. It's that you can tailor that nation to be good at whatever you want it to be. You don't have to replicate history in this game. You can make your own, and that's the cool thing. So yeah, I'm going to put this here. If you like this video, guys, if you want to see more of this, just let me know. If I see enough views of this video, if enough likes, and if I see people are interested, I'll do a let's play of this. Maybe a couple of videos per week, 10 years of time per video, so you can keep up with my game and see how I do. Of course, that's only if it interests you, because if you aren't interested in this game, I'm not going to lose my time putting up videos of it. So as always, guys, let me know what you think about me doing this, and as always, I hope you had fun, and thank you very much for watching, and see you later.